All right, so some of you have emailed and asked to explain the worksheet a little bit further with translating from the piano keyboard to the musical staff. All right, so before I go into translating it back and forth, first of all, I need to review some things. All right, now it's been a while since we've seen each other, but let's just review this. The spaces of the treble clef, starting from the bottom space, is F, A, C, E. And then the lines of the treble clef are E, G, B, D, F. Okay, if you don't know that, then it's going to be very, very hard for you to translate that. So if you don't know that and you're doing this, then feel free to go back to the part of this video where I just outlined this so you can remind yourself, okay? Let's also go down. Did you notice that this bottom part is the bass clef? Make sure you notice that. This is not the treble clef, it's the bass clef. So the bass clef spaces, starting from the bottom space, is A, C, E, G. And then the lines are G, B, D, F, A. All right. So again, if you are going through this and you forget what they are again, go back to the part of this video that I said the lines and spaces so you can remember. Now let's translate. This right here on the top here is the piano keyboard. All right. And for some of you who helped us find the first note of the sight reading, should be a little bit familiar with this, all right? So the way that you are able to find the notes on the keyboard are the black notes. The black notes are going to be helping you to be able to have a bookmark, okay? So usually the first note that you're going to find is C. C is the note. You're going to find the two black notes. And then the black note on the left, if you go down to the left, C is the first note right there on the left, okay? Which means that D would be the note in between the two black notes. So find the two black notes. The white note in between that is D, which would make the next white note, which is the white note to the right of the two black notes, that would be E. And then F would be the white note right next to that. There's no black notes in between E and F. And then G would be the white note in between the two black notes on the left where there are three black notes. All right? So in between the two black notes on the left is G. And then A is in between the two black notes on the right of the three black notes. And then B is the white note on the right of the three black notes. And then it goes back to C. So you see that whole scale, we call that an octave because C and C are the same notes, but they're just 8 notes apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So let's do a couple of these down here just so you can see what they are, okay? So this first note right here is on the third space, which if you remember correctly, the third space in the treble clef is C. So we have to find C. So we go up here, and the C is the note to the left of the two black notes, okay? Now let's go back down here, and the next note is the line, the fourth line in the treble clef, which makes that D. So we're going to go up here. C is right here, and D is right here. They're white notes that have a black note in between them. All right? So that means that since there's two half steps in between them, that would be your whole step. Okay? Now, the sharps and the flats. First of all, if you all remember, sharps go up, flats go down. All right, so let's take a look at the second one. That first note is the first space in the treble clef. First bass in the treble clef is F. So we're going to go up here. If you remember where C is, if you just know where C is at the bottom of the keyboard, all you have to do is go C, D, E, F, right here, okay? So then if the next note is F sharp is the black note right above the F. Now you see, if you remember in the video, that right there is the closest that you can get between those two notes. So that is a half step. So the question number 2 is a half step, okay? Easy peasy. Let's go back down to the bass clef just to get our basses all covered. So the first note in the bass clef ones, which are the bottom of the staff, right? So the first note right there is the third line in the bass clef. Third line of the bass clef is D. So let's go back up here to our keyboard here. D is the note in between the two black notes. All right, so let's go back down. The next note is D flat. A flat goes up or down? Goes down, right? So this note right here is our D. D flat would be the black note down from the D, which would make it our half step. Do you see that? All right, use all of those clues, and please rewind the video if you need to review some of those things to get the rest of the exercises that are on the treble clef and the bass clef.